UGC's equity norms very much in news, and it is again going to be in controversy once Supreme Court will hear about the same on 20th of March. Now we need to understand the whole issue from the exams point of view, and in that context we need to understand the reservation in India from the amendments point of view. So welcome you all at the Ekagar Academy's YouTube channel. Here in today's class we will be discussing about the important constitutional amendments in context to the reservation, which is related with the reservation in education, reservation in promotion, as well as reservation on economic grounds. So that is going to be the most important topic from the UPSC and MPSC exams point of view. And remember, almost all the other aspects has already been asked in the examination. So definitely UPSC and MPSC are going to take some new dimensions, and that possible new dimension can be your amendments. So let's start discussing how various reservation provisions has been added, modified with the help of amendment, and let's start with the first amendment itself. Now whenever we talk about SC/ST's reservation in educational institutions admission, remember that thing was not there in the original constitution. It was added through First Amendment Act in the year 1951, and the new article 15 clause 4 has been added to give a effect for what? Reservation in educational institution, right? Now we all know a very one famous case, that is Champakam Dorai Rajan. So basically this amendment took place after that judgment only, and after it SC/ST got reservation in educational institution. Second most important one is your 77th Amendment Act in the year 1995. Now whenever we need to understand the 77th, 81st, 82nd, 85th, first we also need to see the judgment of Supreme Court in the case of Indira Sohani, right? Now in this Indira Sohani case, which is famously known as OBC case, right, Supreme Court has given certain guidelines in regards to the reservation, right? And one of the important guideline was that reservation can only be given in the recruitment process, not in the promotion. The same judgment of Supreme Court overturned by Parliament with the help of 77th Amendment Act 1995, through which they added a new provision, Article 16(4)(a), and it made a provision for what? Reservation in promotion. That means not just in the examination, even after entering into services, right? When selection based promotion gets started, SC/ST will get reservation in that context as well. So that was added, okay? And for this we also need to understand Indira Sohani judgment. Now one more amendment again linked with the Indira Sohani judgment, that was the 81st Amendment. See, in the Indira Sohani case, what Supreme Court said, ki 50% upper ceiling will be there, it cannot be violated in any case, right? That means only 50% seats can be reserved and 50% seats will remain open for ensuring meritocracy in the country, right? But even this thing has also been modified in the 81st Amendment Act 2000, new article added 16(4)(b), which says for carry forwarding backlog vacancies 50% limit can be breached. That clearly means if some seats were vacant, some reserve seats were vacant in the last year's recruitment, right, that can be added in a new year's recruitment, and in that scenario 50% limit will no more applicable, right? After that 82nd Amendment Act, same year 2000, and this modified Article 335, and as per this, in the promotion examination marks relaxation has been given to the SC/ST, which is normally there in the written examination, but the same got applied to the promotional examination, right, with the help of 82nd Amendment Act. After that, One thing we need to understand, that is consequential seniority in promotion. We have seen 77th Amendment Act, right? That reservation given in the promotion. But one new thing added into it, that is your consequential seniority in the 85th Amendment Act. It means what? Let's say a one open category student and one SC candidate, they both qualified exam in a same year, in a same batch, but if this person get promoted, he will remain always senior, right, throughout their service till the retirement. It is called the consequential seniority. After it, 93rd Amendment Act, again a very landmark one in 2005, because it has given reservation in the private educational institutions excepting minority institute. Before that, government colleges, government institution had a obligation, but after that, okay, after 15 clause 5 has been added, it became mandatory even for the private educational institute, but not for the minority educational institution. And then when it comes to the last important amendments linked with the reservation, it is the 103rd Amendment Act 2019. It is famously known as reservation for EWS. Remember, it is also having somewhat linkages with the Indira Sohani judgment. See, when OBC reservation was implemented at that point of time, even PV Narasimha Rao government brought 10% reservation on the basis of economic backwardness criteria, but it got struck down by Supreme Court in Indira Sohani case on a basis that in Constitution there is no provision to provide reservation on economic grounds. But that ground has been added by the 103rd Amendment Act. So to that government can justify that okay, economy can be also a criteria, and this modified two articles, they added 15(6), it added 16(6), simply means EWS reservation will be applicable in the educational institutions as well as in the public employment. So this is all in regards to important amendments linked with the reservation. Do read it nicely. Thank you.